right, so it's 4:30. We're gonna board our plane. I like getting on late because I don't like waiting, especially if I'm by myself. And should be 2.5 hours till we're in Chicago. And yeah, we'll see what's going on tomorrow at the LAN event. Let's do this. Peace. All right, so we just landed in Chicago. Check out this cool thing in the airport on the walkway. And the event still tomorrow. And yeah, flight sucked, it was boring. And you know, this is what it is when you're flying. But looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna meet up with my family tonight that live in Chicago, and then get ready to meet up with the guys involved with the event, Shocks, and then also some of the players tomorrow, which I'm excited for. So we'll talk more when I get the mask off. Peace. All right, so here is the venue, Ignite Gaming. Right as we walk in, this is what you see. We got some stations over here with some tables by the window. And you can see all of the gaming stations. They got some letters on them, D, C, different groupings. We got people setting up. People did have to bring their Xboxes here, excuse me, and are setting them up because everything here is set up for PC, it looks like. But the venue is actually pretty dope. We got everybody getting set up right now, getting their Xboxes set up, controllers, amps, mix amps, all that stuff. Strike packs getting set up. I'm kidding, but it's cool. You see everyone's like custom controllers and stuff. And like this area is pretty sweet. It's got a little racing area. I was videotaping this before but didn't record. But check this out. This screen with the setup there is pretty dope. And then in here, there's like a rock band room. And there's got a bar area. There's, if you see the TVs, there's people streaming on there, which is pretty cool. They have like some streamers up. I don't know, who they picked or whatever, but it's cool. It just kind of adds to the vibe. And then we got more teams getting set up over here. I've talked to a few people. I don't recognize like everybody, but a few people I've been able to talk to. And I don't know. Pretty excited for this event. It's pretty sweet. Got a setup blend over here. We got something already on PUBG. Let's go. And that's it.
All right, so I'm going to do a little recap of day one with some of the gameplay of match one in the background. So I ended up waking up pretty early, around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I didn't really sleep too well. I was kind of, excited and a little bit nervous for the event because I didn't really know what to expect walking in there. The event didn't start till 9 a.m., but I wanted to make sure that I was ready to go because at first I thought it was actually starting at 9. I wanted to make sure that I had coffee, kind of cleared my throat, get the morning voice out of the way and get ready to broadcast. But turns out the event wasn't really starting until 10 a.m. And actually we were delayed until 11 a.m. because of some issues, which I'll talk about. But I walked into the facility, 9 a.m. People were just arriving. Took a while for everybody to get there. I recorded the video of the facility. Really cool place. Shout out to them, Ignite Gaming in Skokie, Illinois. Just an awesome spot. As soon as I got there, I got really amped up, but I was by myself, so I was looking forward to meeting some people. I was waiting to see Skate Eric, Professor, Brainsy, some people that I recognized, and I got to talk to them and then started introducing myself and meeting a bunch of people from the other teams that I didn't know. I met Noxy and Team Vigorous and the rest of Dub Hub. It was really cool meeting a lot of these people in person. I mean, some people you recognize because they stream, but a lot of people don't, and you just recognize maybe their gamer tag. So there's a lot of that going on, like people being like, oh, hi, I'm this guy, this gamer tag. I'm like, oh, I know you. I've seen you in ranked. And, some people knew me from gaming or YouTube. Some people didn't know me at all. So it was just a really cool part of the event. But then things got a little hectic because they had to set up the entire stream setup in the other area in the facility. So many wires and things going on, capture devices. They had to stream to Twitch and also inside the facility. And then also everyone had to bring their own Xboxes because it's a PC gaming lounge. So there was just a lot of technical difficulties. So shout out to Shocks for dealing with that. I mean, I would have been totally overwhelmed. There was like, 50 people getting set up, plus, I mean, even over that, I guess it was like 60, 70 people getting set up because there were some backup people, plus themselves, their own stream. And we actually ran into some mic issues. So that was unfortunate, but we got that resolved for day 2. But it was just a really crazy day. And basically during any breaks, I was either trying to figure out what we were doing next, talking to people, figuring things out for the next day. So I kind of forgot to record. And then I had some plans to go hang out with people, but they were going out late and I wanted to make sure that I got to bed. So I just hung out with my family, went to a brewery, and then got to bed early, finally caught some sleep for day 2. So that was really it, but I ended up not really recording too much footage because it was just a crazy day. And also I'm trying to do better when I'm talking to people, being in the moment, not being on my phone. And honestly, it ends up working out because I think I ended up meeting so many people and introducing myself to so many people that I feel like I got a lot out of the event instead of just sitting down, you know, being on Twitter or something like that, which is easy to do sometimes. So overall, it was a success, but day 2 is definitely much better. So we'll get into some of that now. Also, before I go, I should mention here, Vigorous getting the first dub of the event, and that really set the tone for them. They started off in the lead and basically carried that the entire length of the tournament. So it's cool to see them start off on the right foot here.
All right, so we're here, BGE day 2, the final day of the event. We got the stream on the screen, and we got Shocks and Austin here, ready for the event. We're about to go live. And yeah, this is super exciting. I mean, last day, 5 more games. I mean, this is stoked. We got all the team members are in the other building over there, and the audience will be coming in. Anyone that is eliminated will be here to watch and spectate, so we'll get some crowd noise going. It's gonna be a great time. I just wanted to check in with everybody. Some bad lighting over here. And also, we got the trophy and the rings right here. Just want to show it off. All right, we're going live. Later, everybody. Peace.
Shots coming in. Trouble's on the move. He's a little bit weak here. Kidzo getting a little bit of a spray on Nolan. Gets him behind the tree.
And one's going to drop for Vigorous.
Big initial knock from the Rat here. Again, playing very well today.
Gotta
with
get
the
the trades. Frags are coming in on both sides. Vigorous
Oxy
gonna knock one.
with a big knock on Rat.
And the frag's gonna drop him.
We have a 3v2 in terms of people that are up right now. Fraud and Brainsy versus Sparky, Trouble, and Kidzo.
And WC's gonna go for some resins here, I think.
Brainsy pushing on the side versus Kidzo 1v1. Kidzo takes him out, the M4 spray. Beautiful. Kidzo's
And just
gonna
like
touch
that,
up.
the winner's circle come through and they get the dub. What a bounce back. We were talking last game, 15 kills was the most we've seen between the 2 days, and now 17 kills.
Wow.
And the dub, 27 points, and WC is back.
All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? After game 3, we got the man, the Rat, which I've had the pleasure of meeting you. While I was here, I was going to give you a handshake. I was done.
Sorry, brother.
No, it's all good. But no, obviously, we kind of met on Twitch recently, and it's fun meeting you in person here, and
Yeah.
a lot of people in the event, so it's been an honor to kind of come here and meet everybody. So WC, you move teams, you're on WC.
Yep.
Big, that's a name that I feel like a lot of people know that aren't even involved in the comp scene. It's just,
100%.
you know, they're just known for winning. So we were talking about that today. A little bit of pressure on that name to do well. And I know that I talked to you yesterday. You wanted to play obviously better. Coming down with the win, most kills. Anything different today? Maybe more comfortable day 2?
I think aggression has a lot to do with it. Comfortability and aggression, I would say, have a lot to do with it. We were just playing too safe the first day,
Yeah.
is what it kind of seemed like to me. We went back and kind of talked about everything. Just playing too safe. When you get down to brass tacks, I think we're one of the better teams when it comes to gunfights in the whole entire game, especially here at the venue. So there's no reason we shouldn't be winning our fights. We just need to take the fights we need to take. And
Yeah, and in this game, you guys had 2 power weapons. You had the AUG and the MK, right? And you were rocking the AUG. I forget
Yep.
who had the MK.
Trouble.
And Trouble had the MK, so that obviously helps. You guys are good shooters with those weapons. Kind of gives you guys a little bit of advantage. You guys must have been
100%.
stoked about that.
Yeah.
And going into that last fight, what was going on? You guys got a little circle of, but it was a tough last circle. And I want to ask you, who's the shot caller on your team right now?
Me.
So you're the shot caller. So
Yeah.
what was going through your brain? You guys were just trying to hold out and wait. And see
Yeah,
what's
we
gonna
were
happen?
basically when it comes down to situations like that, you're just waiting for somebody to make a mistake. If you guys both are kind of 50-50 on zone, you're just waiting for somebody to make a mistake, and until then, you just got to wait for zone. If no mistakes are made, you just got to wait for zone. Hope you get blessed. We had trouble on a pretty far left angle, just in case they got
saw that.
blessed.
I saw
we
that.
would have been able to push up that side, but we just got lucky with zone.
Yeah, that was a great move, and you guys.
That's why you don't move before the shift. You gotta wait.
You gotta wait. But then sometimes they had a good spread on you guys.
Yeah.
And if you had to go towards them, I was checking smoke count. You guys were kind of getting low on smoke, so it definitely helps. But the circle comes back and forth, and you guys played out at the end. Kidzo with a huge double kill there at the end with the M4, which is awesome after you got knocked.
Yep.
But you have to be happy. I think you probably ended with 7 kills. You had 6, and then you got
yep.
the knock
Yep.
at the end. So you got to be happy with that. And then now that you just had this big game, you guys were in contention here, just on the cusp of being like top 3. You might have been pushed in. We have to see what the end results are. Any last thoughts on what you guys are going to do for the rest of the day? Just keep going with
Keep
that
going,
aggression?
yeah. Keep the same energy. Yep.
Aggression up a little bit?
Aggression up a little bit. We have to turn it up. Like it sounds maybe conceited, but I think we're the best team here when it comes to gunfights.
You have to kind of think that, right?
Yeah,
in
exactly.
These events.
So we just need to put the shots on people, and we'll be all right.
Okay, and obviously you got to stay alive, get for the position,
Yeah,
play.
100%.
And then on to Miramar next game. All right, so there you go. That's Rat, everybody. Very awesome to talk with him. Congrats to him on the dub, and we'll be ready for the next game in a little bit. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys soon, all right? Peace.
Prod hears the footsteps. He's positioning to maybe catch one of WC down, but all of WC's there.
Once again,
They're going to catch Prod.
Vigorous will fall on WC now in a 3v1 situation, barring a res.
3v1, they actually skip Kidzo and they go, you know what, we have a 3v1, let's push and win right here. But actually Rat's going to go, you know what, let's get Kidzo back up.
He's like,
Honestly,
hey, we might need the kid.
let's get him back on his feet. Guys, they might be pushing for the win here. They're going to want everybody alive. WC catching Woods in just Cardinals left with the MK.
And just like that, the winner's circle will go down. 17 kills. They're going to win this game, and they should be our first ever BGE Chicago champions. And not only that, they did it 4 strong, left no doubt that all 4 of them stand together as champions.
So that footage was from the final match of the day, and as you guys saw, Winner Circle ended up taking the dub there and winning the tournament. But at the end of the video, Shox had announced they won the tournament, but it actually wasn't 100% known at that time. We had to wait for the data to come in and officially announce them as the winners. So we brought all the teams in, kind of waited for that data, and then eventually did announce that. Winner Circle coming in first, Vigorous ending up in second, and GT in third. But it was actually a pretty big twist because Vigorous was winning the entire event. So day 1 and day 2, they actually started off in the lead and were winning the entire time. But then in day 2, Winner Circle came in super hot and they ended up winning 3 out of 5 games. And I'm trying to recollect all this stuff because I'm recording this after the fact, so I'm pretty sure it was 5 games each day, or was it 6? Pretty sure it was 5. But in any case, Winner Circle ended up coming in huge in day 2, and they kind of attributed that to getting accustomed to playing on LAN, which is a different thing. If you guys have never played in person, it is different. You're playing on a different setup. You're playing with people around you, different environment. And, there's money on the line. So some people might be nervous playing in front of other people. Some people said they weren't nervous. I mean, I wish I had more time to include all the interviews I did because I asked a lot of people that. It was a great time talking to people and meeting people. And obviously there was so much great in-game footage. But for the sake of keeping this video shorter, I'm just trying to keep the highlights here, stick to the highlights and all that stuff. So after the game, we brought people into this room, and you can see Shox and I kind of talking to the players. We brought them up to quickly talk to them and kind of give them their rewards. First place obviously got the trophy, the rings. Top 3 teams got money. Obviously first place won the most money. They gave them checks right there, which was awesome. And it was just a really cool time. If you guys have never been to an event like this, obviously this was a little bit bigger compared to some other ones I've been to, but I had been to some LAN events for Halo. I had gone to like one MLG event and was just hanging out there. And it's just a cool environment to be in because it's all gamers, obviously a lot of shared interest, and especially over PUBG. So it was just a really great time. And then after this event, it was really cool because I got to spend some time with some more of the players. I went out to dinner with the Dub Hub and Cold Crew exclusives, and me and K-Dub had a cigar with Nolan, who's on Team Vigorous. It was just a really great time getting to meet these guys. And that was my favorite part because I just liked, meeting some of the people that I play with online or talked to, been in the stream, and even some new people like Nolan, who I'd never met before. And we ended up having a great time together. But again, in the background, you can see we were just going through all this stuff and talking to these guys. And there was so much hype for Kidzo, who is a young guy with his dad there. And imagine that. I mean, you're there with your dad, and your team ends up winning. You're taking home a nice check. You get the ring. It's just pretty cool. I mean, I know it's just PUBG console, but this was a really cool event. Huge shout out to Shox for envisioning this and putting it together. It's just not easy to do something like this, from not being a giant company to set this up is absolutely insane. So very proud of those guys for doing all this stuff and all the people for showing up. And allegedly, they're going to try to put on another one in Massachusetts outside of Boston. So that would be really awesome. And hopefully they'll make that happen and we'll be there. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of this depends on PUBG and what they're doing. And if people are still going to be playing it and the demand is there, and hopefully it is. But I had a really great time and I just wanted to recap this and hopefully some of you guys, if you're still here, you enjoyed this video. It was a great time traveling out for this kind of stuff. I love this stuff and live for it. So we'll see if there's another one. And, you know, if you're here for the first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. Got a lot of great content on here, mostly PUBG related. But as we move in to the end of the year, you know, maybe some other games will be featured on here. And, you know, sometimes I share some in-person content like this as well. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, I'm Blitz5 and peace out.